Dear Diary, I decided to stop at La Cucaracha Village before my imminent death on Death Mountain. And Diary, as usual in the Zelda universe, this place was full of wackos. I can't tell if it's the game's physics or just a personality trait. Of course, there's always one person who lost their animals. Get your shit together, video game citizens. Build better fences. Watch your pets. It's not the hero's job to be chasing after chickens. I stumbled into this house where mutant spider people live. Ugh, they were made of different parts all mashed together, like God's fever dream. I also found Impa's old house, where there was a cow inside a cage? Okay. I then found a weird music guy inside the windmill, just playing a jolly little tune, not a single care in the world. Even the game is like, I don't know what the hell this room is supposed to be. After falling into the well, I thought, what could make this day even worse? And that's when I decided to go visit the graveyard. But that shitty gravedigger was sleeping, so I had to go back out into the field and wait for time to pass. When I came back, Quasimodo was limping around the graveyard, trying to rip me off by making me pay him 10 rupees to dig a hole. 10! I ended up spending all my money on that old man, and turns out, you don't even need him. What you need to do is stand on the big tombstone at the back of the graveyard and play Zelda's lullaby on your croissant, creating this mystical warp hole, and then the tombstone explodes along with half your face. Great, a new area to explore. Too bad Link's dead. Inside the royal family tomb is a bunch of creepy ass shit, as you'd expect from a tomb. But what's weird is that the bones are just scattered on the floor. It's less of a tomb than it's just a pile of people. At least, I think these are people. That bone structure doesn't have me convinced though. And this fucking guy, pretty sure Scary Steve was not here the first time I walked through. But the upcoming room was so much worse. It was full of toxic waste and these Redead guys. I thought the Redeads were scary in Wind Waker, but somehow this older game with subpar graphics made me shit my pants even more. I was able to sneak past them without incident, and made it to the next chamber where I read this pessimistic poem about death. And scrawled underneath were instructions for another song, the Sun Song, which enabled me to turn night into day and vice versa. But I had to get out of there. This place was giving me the willies. I lit a torch. I'm not really sure why. People do crazy things when they're scared, Diary. I hightailed it out of there. Unfortunately, I guess I was going too fast for the Redeads, because one of those dried up assholes woke up and froze my movements with his scream. And then, sweet Jesus, he jumped on me and was trying to devour my soul, but I fought him off the best I could, but that meathead just laid there, and I knew I had to get out of there before he got back up. And oh shit, the other two are slowly waddling towards me. Fuck, get me out of here, I hate this place! Oh, hey, look, a polar bear. After escaping, I figured, fuck, let's go ahead and climb this Death Mountain. Nothing more worse can happen today. The guard lets me pass, no problem, once I show him my permission slip from Princess Zelda. To whom it may concern, I, Princess Zelda, give Link my permission to die a slow and painful death atop Death Mountain. But actually, there wasn't as much death as I thought there would be. Instead, I met these weird potato things that eat rocks who are upset about a boulder blocking the dingo's cave. I don't really know. I wasn't 100% listening. But I did find a whole mole city of these jerks just lying around starving to death. I met with their big, beefy leader who was whining about his people's assorted problems, but wouldn't let me help because these were Goron problems. So I broke all his shit and shot him in the face. I actually got a little stuck in this part, and I had to go around and talk to all the Gorons, and that's when I found out their leader likes to listen to music from the forest. So I had to go all the way back to Kokiri Forest where I started the damn game and learn some new song. The only place I hadn't visited in Kokiri Forest was the Lost Woods. And I'm not gonna lie, I looked up a map for this area. But I learned you could just listen for the jazzy forest flute and whichever hole was the loudest was the correct path. The Sacred Meadow was actually pretty cool and probably one of my favorite areas so far. I really liked the hedge maze, even if it was full of scrubs. I met, we're just gonna call her Sarah. I met Sarah at the end of the maze and she taught me Sarah's song. Now with the knowledge of the forest tune, I just had to go all the way back to Goron City and hope that the leader would give me something good for all this trouble. Man, I need like a car, or a motorcycle, or even a Vespa. I can't be running around like this on foot. I'm gonna wear myself out before I even get a chance to fight Ganon. Until next time, Diary, your exhausted friend, Brittany Saturn.
You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby.